What is happening, guys? Welcome back to my channel and to another day in the life, training and eating for a 3:10 marathon, hopefully at Boston, and for High Rocks doubles as well. Not gonna lie, I slithered whether to record this vlog this morning purely because on Sunday, so this is now Wednesday, I actually got belly for the second time, so I haven't been very well for the past couple of days. On Monday, I was totally wiped out. I slept for 20 hours, which is mental. Like, I don't even know how that's possible. Yesterday, I was supposed to have my intense training day, double hard training day, but my body just wasn't ready for it, so I just did 60 minutes easy on the bike to kind of ease myself back in yesterday, and I am doing yesterday's hard session today, so things are a wee bit different. I woke up this morning, my tummy is still feeling a little bit dodgy, so I'm not really looking forward to running because I'm not really sure how this run is going to go, which is why I've been pissing about this morning. It is now 5 to 7. I've been up since 5 o'clock because Kristian was up early this morning. He's away through to Canggu to do a bit of recording and to meet up with our business mentor. So yeah, he's away like an hour away. He actually had to get the car because it's pissing down with rain this morning. The weather is so bad. When it rains in Bali, it pours. It's literally just like being back in Scotland, but the rain's a little bit warmer and it's 10 times harder to get anywhere because the roads really aren't that good. The roof literally just fell off, like a big part of the roof. I'll show you after this, before I started recording this video as well, so that was interesting. But he's away through to Canggu for the day, so it's going to be a bit of a funny day for me as well. Me and Kristian literally haven't spent a day apart, like a full day, since we left the UK. We've had periods of time apart. Kristian's went and recorded some podcasts, like obviously in training sessions. I've been out for runs by myself. He's had like days where he's met up with Lewis. I've been away with Amy for the day and things, but this is going to be the first full day from pretty much start to finish that we've not spent together, and I don't actually know when he's going to be back tonight, just with the weather being so bad, the traffic here. Like, to give you an idea, we were in Singapore the other week, and on the way to the airport, it took us 45 minutes to get to the airport, and the way back, the traffic was bad, and it took 3 hours to go the same journey as mental. So I don't actually know when he's going to be back tonight. Could be 5 o'clock, could be 9 o'clock. I don't know, we'll see. So yeah, it's going to be a bit strange having like breakfast and things by my own as well. I've not really decided whether I'm going to have breakfast sitting in the gym like what me and Kristian normally do. We always have breakfast in the gym. Since we've been here in Uluwatu, the food in the gym is so good. But I don't know whether I'm going to do that or whether I'm going to get a wee takeaway breakfast and bring it back home with me. We'll just see how I'm feeling off the back end of my session. But right now, I am going to have a wee electrolyte drink, have one of these every single morning, even when we're back home in the UK. Obviously being here in Bali, training in the heat, hydration is super duper important. But even back in the UK, I would always have one purely when you wake up first thing in the morning. Tends to be when you're most dehydrated. So for me, I just find that it's really helpful in terms of performance to actually replace those electrolytes, get nice and well hydrated in the morning. Always hydrate before you caffeinate. I'm also going to have a very small coffee though. And I came down the stairs this morning and there's no granola left. Kristian's finished the granola, so I'm just going to have a banana before my session this morning, but that's fine for me doing this run. Is just over an hour long for me doing this run. That will be absolutely sufficient for me, and to be honest, with my stomach being sore, it's probably actually going to sit a little bit better on my guts than the granola that I've been having for the past few weeks. So yes, going to have this right now. I'm going to make myself a wee coffee, going to have a wee read in my book. I already sat and read it for ages this morning, and then I am going to get myself out the door. I'm going to show you this weather though because it is rank. So the weather's actually calmed down quite a bit now, but it's still looking pretty mild. I'll show you the view outside. It's been so windy and so stormy here the past few days. It was beautiful last week, but it is the rainy season, so current situation. I've got to go out there. I'm supposed to be walking to the gym, but I think I'm going to get myself a taxi on the roof. It's just came down. Yeah, it's just living back home. So you might or might not have noticed that we're in a different villa from the last vlog that I recorded. So I just realised that I haven't actually kind of explained what me and Kristian are up to. So a lot has happened since the last vlog. The last vlog that I recorded, we were actually getting ready to go away to Singapore for 48 hours. That was mental. There's a vlog over on Kristian's channel on Singapore. That was amazing. Then we were back in Canggu in a different villa, which is where we previously were in Bali for 2 nights. And then we travelled here to Uluwatu, so we're here in Uluwatu for a month, and then we head back to Dubai for a couple of nights, and then we are heading to Germany for High Rocks. Then we are going back to Scotland for a month. We're running our Ready for Momentum event in Arta in Glasgow, which is going to be amazing. If you're interested in coming along, there's still tickets available. It's going to be a great day. Then we are going to obviously watch all of our amazing clients competing at High Rocks Glasgow. Me and Kristian aren't actually doing Glasgow this year, just purely because tickets hadn't come out yet. It was getting a bit close to Boston Marathon, and also we just kind of wanted to be able to do a different race and then go and relax and enjoy it and watch our guys racing at Glasgow this year. So hence why we're going to, I don't even know how to say it, it's like Karlsruhe, somewhere random in Germany. Any German people that we've met here, when we say that we're going there, they're like, why? But that's the thing that I love about High Rocks. It's took us to so many different places that we wouldn't necessarily have picked to travel to before, so it's quite exciting. So we're in the UK for a month back in Scotland, and then we fly out to America. I think the plan is to fly into New York. We want to get there about 7 to 10 days before Kristian's race. So Kristian's actually doing a half marathon the same weekend that I'm running Boston Marathon. His half marathon's 2 days before. He's going for a big PB there, so we aim to get there about a week before. So the plan is if we fly into New York, because you actually can't fly direct to Boston anyway, then we can drive up the way up. I believe my geography is not amazing, so if it's down, then please do correct me, but I think it's up the way towards Boston. We'll be in Boston till maybe 2 or 3 days after the marathon, and then we're going to fly to Cyprus because we are running a retreat there, and then after that we have no idea where we're going to be. So long story short, me and Kristian actually put our house up for rent back in November, the middle of November. If you haven't already been following us, it's something that me and Kristian had spoke about pretty much since we met, and we'd kind of like pondered on moving to Dubai. Neither of us really love Dubai, to be honest. Like, we like it. It's warm, there's good gyms there, it's definitely better than dealing with the weather in Scotland, but it's not been our very favourite place. And then we were like, we just love travelling. Like, we were spending so much money with our house back in the UK, spending like 4 or 5 months abroad every year. We were like, let's actually just go and kind of become digital nomads, pretty much, modern day gypsies, as I keep joking and calling it. So that's what, I don't know why I'm swinging this banana about. That is what we're doing now. We're pretty much just living our dream. The beauty of what me and Kristian do as online fitness coaches is that we can literally work from anywhere in the world. So the two of us are like, why are we not doing this? And the truth is, we were obviously both a bit scared. Like, it's a big thing to do. We had like a house, like we both obviously had a lot of stability in the UK, but stability doesn't always equal happiness. So yeah, we just thought, do you know what, sod it. We put our house up for rent, we sold all of our stuff. I literally own a suitcase of stuff. My priorities are, as long as I've got my training shoes, a couple of pairs of shorts and a bikini, that I'll be fine. And yeah, it has been amazing. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's came with its own challenges as well, being at the other side of the world, but it's definitely been one of the best things that we've ever done. So yeah, I'm interested to see how going back to training in the colder weather is going to fare, because adjusting to training here in the heat has been hard. I was saying to Kristian the other day that honestly I am having so much doubt with this marathon. My paces are nowhere near where they were this time last year when I ran a 3:20 at London, like where they were during training, but I'm also very aware that it is very warm here. Training in the heat is very, very different. So that has definitely been a big challenge when it's come to training, and just training in different training environments as well. But we found an amazing gym here in Uluwatu that I'm actually excited to go and train at, and that's made a huge difference. So yeah, I'm looking forward to going back home and training in my wee gym in Dawson that I love, and training in the cooler weather, which I never thought that I'd be saying. So I've finally arrived at the gym. I'm just going to do a wee bit of mobility work and a bit of work with the resistance band to get my glutes really fired up before we start running. I've just come into the gym and this is literally the quietest that I've ever seen it. There's one person in the treadmill room. The class hasn't started yet as well. The classes in here are mental, like they actually look so good. They get like up to 150 people in some of these classes. It's such a good gym, but there seems to be not that many people about at the moment. I think the rain has literally put everyone off of leaving their villa. This is the thing in Bali, when it rains, everything literally just shuts down. But yeah, I'm going to get into a bit of mobility work right now. I've already made peace with myself that with this run, if I start the run and my stomach's really bad or I'm just feeling shit, that I'm just going to stop and do an easy session on the bike instead. Long story short, on Sunday I had a 2-hour run. It was 15 minutes easy pace, 90 minutes at just short of half marathon pace, and then 15 minutes at easy pace. I didn't feel great on Sunday morning when I woke up. My resting heart rate was way up. I'd slept for 10 hours and I woke up feeling like I'd been drinking the night before, which I hadn't. I'd been on the Coke Zeros. So that should have been my key indicator that something wasn't right, but started running. First half an hour of the run, I actually felt quite good. About half an hour in, I just started feeling like shit, but stupidly pushed through the run, which in hindsight I probably shouldn't have. Obviously didn't know that Bali Belly was working on me, was having an argument with myself in my head. It started as chasing a pace to chasing a stimulus to, in the end, just literally being like, Ailey, just run for 2 hours. It doesn't matter what it feels like, it doesn't matter what pace you hit, just finish this run. In hindsight, probably shouldn't have finished the run, probably should have left it with how bad I was feeling, but it's hard when you're training for something like this, when you get such a big goal, to kind of know, right, am I unrecovered because of the volume of training that I'm doing right now and it's getting hard, or actually is this something else that my body's telling me? Obviously then discovered later on Sunday night into Monday that my body was telling me something else, so stupidly shouldn't have pushed through that. So lesson learned today. Stomach's still not feeling great, I'm feeling good, my energy's feeling good, I'm feeling really back to myself, so fingers crossed I'm going to do this run and it's going to feel good, but I'm just going in with the intention of what will be, but I'm hoping it's going to be good because it's one of my key sessions in the week for my running, and it's one of my favourite runs that we've got as well. Guys, so we are in the treadmill room. We are nice and mobile, glutes are well fired up. I'm about to get into the warm-up, but I'm not going to lie, I'm feeling pretty nervous about this run today. I was just feeling like I was getting somewhere with my running after 8 hard weeks of adapting to the heat and having had Bali Belly for the first time, and then for that to happen on Sunday, it was just a bit of a knock to my confidence, but I know deep down in my head that that wasn't a true reflection of where my fitness is currently at right now. So I'm praying that today this is going to go good and it's going to be a bit of a confidence booster again, but just going to get into the run. It's a 15-minute warm-up, 10 minutes at 10k pace, so I'm going to aim for about 4:15 for the 10 minutes, 3 minutes easy jog, and then it's 8 rounds of 2 minutes at RPE, I think 8 to 9, and then I can't actually remember, I need to double check what the recovery jog is between each of those rounds, and then a 15-minute cool down, and the treadmill's in here. I've got a wee 30-minute limit on them. I'll turn this back round, which is a little bit annoying, but me being the sneaky person that I am, has actually found a way around about this, so I'm whispering this in case anyone can hear me. So they've set a 35-minute time limit on the treadmills that you can actually change, but I found a way round about it. If you actually go into the programme and you can't change the time, but you can change the distance, so I've just been setting my runs for like 30k so the treadmill doesn't time out. So anyone that's training in Bamboo Fitness, that's your way around about it. And if you're in a gym that does that, then there's a wee trick for you. Sneaky, but Wish me luck. Here we go. We were having a conversation with a client yesterday at how weird you look when you see yourself in front camera because your face is flipped back to front. I was seeing myself there and I was like, I do look a wee bit strange, but I finished my run, had a really good run. I'll fill you in on it a wee bit more, some positives, some negatives when I get back to the villa. Purely you'll find out why, but some of it's probably a wee bit inappropriate to talk about at breakfast. But I'm currently sat in the gym cafe. I decided just to stay here and have breakfast here. I was probably going to get up the road and end up ordering food from here anyway because it's so good. So I am going to sit here and enjoy this. I'll show you what I've got, then I'm going to head up the road and I'll fill you in on my run. So we've got some apple pie, protein oats. So good. The tropical overnight oats are actually my favourite, but I just fancied a wee change this morning, so I'm going to get in about these and then I am going to get myself back home, get showered, and I will see you soon. I'm back from the gym and I'm showered and I'm feeling like a new woman. I decided to walk back because there was a wee break in the rain. The gym's only like 600 metres away, so it's like a 10-minute walk. And there was a wee break in the rain and me and Kristian were actually laughing the other day. We were having a conversation at breakfast. Kristian asked me what's one habit that I wanted to focus on for the week, and I'd said to him that on the Monday, on my rest day, I'd went for a walk by myself for the first time in a long time, and I put my headphones in, just listened to a podcast, and I really, really enjoyed it. But then I finished off the sentence with, but I don't have time to go for a walk in my day. And Kristian actually laughed at me and he went, Ailey, if you don't have time to go for a walk in your day, then you're not living, get a grip. And I was like, fuck, he's actually right. Like I have 10 to 15 minutes in my day to go for a walk, but it was like a full circle moment for me because when I was in the depth of my eating disorder, I could not go a day without doing at least 20,000 steps of walking, like on top of any other movement that I was doing. So to be at a point where Kristian was actually saying to me, like, get a grip, like that's an excuse, you've got time to go for a walk. I was like, whoa, like I have actually came such a long way, and that just goes to show that if you put your mind to anything, you can do whatever you want to do and you can actually change. Because for me, that was almost like an addictive habit that I didn't think that I was ever going to be able to let go, and it was the last thing that I really struggled to let go of when it actually came to my eating disorder. But the run there went so good, like honestly, I had so much doubt going into that run because the last time that I got belly, I felt the effects of it in my training for a good couple of weeks after, but I'm not sure if it was also the fact that I was still adapting to training here in the heat and off the back of being run down. But that run honestly couldn't have went better. I managed to hold the pace that I wanted to hold for my 10 minutes at 10k pace or RP7, and I managed to go sub 4. I was like averaging like between 3:45 and 3:50 for my 2-minute efforts with 1 minute easy jog in between. I did, on a negative note, have to stop around about 25 minutes into my run, 8 minutes into the 10-minute effort to go to the toilet. It was literally like a life or death moment. Anyone that's experienced runner's tummy, this was obviously enhanced by having had belly, will know that like when it's coming, it is coming, and probably TMI, but you don't have an option but literally to run to the bathroom. And like this stuff's embarrassing to talk about, but it's definitely something that doesn't get spoken about enough when you first get into running. If your nutrition is slightly off, if you've ate a heavy meal the night before, if you're maybe just having kind of general problems with your digestion, if you've actually underfueled for a run as well, if you actually take on board too much water without electrolytes, all of this stuff can massively affect your guts. And this actually happened to me during Manchester Marathon, and it was horrible. Around about the 22k mark, I started to need the toilet, and I was going for a time, and stupidly I thought that I could just hold it in until the end of the run, which was a stupid idea. Didn't realise that there wasn't another toilet for like another, I think it was around about 7k before I seen a toilet again. And I was literally getting to the point where I was like, I am going to have an accident here and this is going to be so embarrassing. And literally by the time that I made it into the Portaloo, it was on its way. I was crying, like it was a horrendous experience. So I've learned from that like if you feel like you need the toilet during a run, just stop your run and go. Like it's not even worth the hassle of it. So I did have to stop 8 minutes into my 10-minute effort, which obviously does mean that my heart rate would have come down a little bit. just obviously because I was resting when I had to go to the bathroom, so not obviously ideal, but it is what it is. Like, you can't control stuff like that. It was literally out with my control, and this is something that I've actually seen on Strava recently that just shocked me, that there are people actually on Strava. So on Strava you have a moving time and an elapsed time. It doesn't actually show you this if you've been running on the treadmill, but if you've been running outside, and I've seen quite a lot of people on Strava. So when you're on your main homepage on Strava, it only shows you the moving time, but when you're actually going to runs, that their elapsed time is like 20 minutes longer than what their moving time is. So obviously sometimes you are going to have your elapsed time a little bit longer if there's been traffic, you're stopping at like roads, maybe you've had to stop for the bathroom. But if every run you've got like 15 to 25 minute gaps and it's on easy runs, then you're kidding yourself on. You're not doing an easy run if you're actually having to stop to recover and you're hiding your heart rate. And it's why you shouldn't actually compare yourself to other people's runs as well. If you're somebody that's doing this now, I totally get why people do this. People want to be seen as to be doing well, or what they perceive as to be doing well by the outside world. People care a lot about what other people think, and so you should care about what other people think. I don't care about what anyone else says. Like, it's important to care about what other people think, otherwise you'd have no morals at all. But at the same time, you also do have to be accepting of where you're at and not be lying to yourself. There's a difference about the image that you portray to the world and actually just kidding yourself on. And if you can't be honest with where you're currently at, then that's always going to hold you back from making progress. But it's also why a lot of people are so bloody hard on themselves, and why a lot of people actually end up disappointed in the results. It's not because they're not making progress, but it's because their expectation of where they're currently at is off. So their expectation of what they're going to achieve ends up being off as well, because they've been lying to themselves throughout the entire process. And at the same time as well, if you are somebody that is guilty of comparing yourself to other people, it's important to just remember that what you see from the outside isn't always necessarily 100% of the truth as to what's really going on. So big lesson on both ends of the spectrum. But that just quite shocked me when I discovered that the other day on Strava. So just bear in mind that, like, if you're doing an outdoor run, you have an elapsed time, but you also have a moving time. And if you're saying that you're doing like a 60-minute zone 2 run at whatever pace, but your elapsed time is like 20-30 minutes slower than your moving time, and you've actually stopped for 20 to 30 minutes during that run, you didn't do that run at that pace. Like, I'm sorry, you're kidding yourself on. That turned into a wee bit of a rant there, didn't it? But anyway, I'm off to do about 4.5 hours of work now. I've got a call with our client Johnny at 3 o'clock. I'm going to catch up with some clients. I've got some programs to do. I'm going to grab a wee bit of food before Johnny's call, and then after Johnny's call I'm going to head back to the gym again for our second session of the day. So I'll catch up with you when I'm grabbing some more food again. I've got lunch and I'm actually buzzing. So the major perk about living in Bali is that it's super cheap to eat out. So me and Kristian don't cook at all anymore, but the downside is when it's raining, it takes ages for anything to come. I ordered this food like an hour and 15 minutes ago, and when the weather's nice, it's usually here within like 15 minutes. But because it's raining, all the Gojek drivers, or the delivery drivers, Grab drivers, it's like our like Just Eat or Uber Eats back home, because they're all on scooters and it's pretty dangerous and just pretty crap in the rain. Loads of them don't work when it's raining, so it takes forever for your food to come. So I am starving. Probably should have thought that through and ordered my food earlier. So it is kind of my own fault when I didn't think ahead about the weather. We've been here for the best part of 10 weeks now, so I should know this by now. But I've got 2 pieces of sourdough scrambled eggs that don't actually look all that appetising, I'm not going to lie. I've got 4 scrambled eggs, and I've got a wee watermelon juice as well. So I am going to scran this, and then I'm going to come back and talk to you. So we order from this place all the time. The sourdough is banging. They toast it with the butter already on it. So good. Scrambled eggs, not looking so hot. They look like they've scrambled the absolute life out of them. I'm not convinced that that's 4 eggs either. That looks like the stingiest. They must have been the tiniest wee eggs in the world. And my favourite, a wee watermelon juice. just getting ready to head back out to the gym for my second session of the day. These shoes are absolutely stinking. I've not even had these that long, they're already getting a hole in them and everything. We're going to have to get some new trainers when we get to Dubai in 2 weeks time. I normally actually run in a mixture of carbon plates and non-carbon plated shoes. I normally do my like longer runs not in carbon plated shoes, and then my speed work and my high rocks conditioning work in my carbon plates. But since we've been here, like, our shoes were just getting absolutely fucked. I had a really good pair, excuse my French, I had a really good pair of Nike, I can't remember what you call them, Nike, I'm not even going to kid on and try to remember it. I hadn't even had them that long, and the sole actually fell off them here, and then I just ran the soles off of my Asics, trustworthy favourite Asics running shoes. So since we've been here, as of recent, I've only had one pair of running shoes, which means I've been running in these Pumas a lot, and I've literally ran the life out of them. They stink from sweat. Also, obviously walking back earlier in the rain as well hasn't helped very much either. But I was noticing my run earlier on that my calves were getting pretty sore, and I'm putting it down to just the volume of running that I've been doing in carbon plates. I know that personally. A lot of people like to run in them all the time, but for me, I just find that it doesn't really work all that well for me. So this is the longest I've actually managed to run in carbon plates without getting any sort of niggles in my calves. So we'll take that and putting it down to all the warming up and mobility work that I've been doing around about my training. But we're just off to the gym. Not gonna lie, I am in a bit of a hurry. I'm pretty pressed for time, so don't think that I'm going to film any of this session, just purely because I want to get in, get dialed in and get myself back out again. But I'll fill you in the session when we're done, and I'll see you on the other side. KDH has came to my rescue. There he is. Did you miss me? Did you miss me?
Are you a professional vlogger now?
That's me, professional vlogger. Kristian's literally just came to my rescue. That was not a good session. I think I just tried to push it too hard.
That's that tune that's on reels.
I'm talking in my vlog here.
Listen, the tune was actually a tune that's blasting, it's on reels. You know what I'm talking about? It's a dead emotional reels and folk are talking about things. It's a thing. Why do you
but that was not a good session. I'll tell you about it when I get back up the road. Got you a wee present. I don't know how to show you.
Bamboo cafe.
It's a banana bread and some peanut butter.
Yes. Oh man, they've actually put peanut butter in a little cup. I'm having that right now, I'm so hungry.
Cute. So we're back in from the gym. Kristian came and rescued me. That wasn't a good session at all. It started feeling okay. I'm probably going to share way too much information with you in this vlog. I already have done this morning, but partway into my conditioning, I was into my second run and I had to stop because I literally thought that I was going to have an accident on the assault runner. There was no treadmills free in the air-conditioned room, so I had to run on the assault runner. The heat was absolutely baking, and I think, to be honest, it's just been a wee bit too much too soon after how ill I was on Monday, and I think I've cooked myself. So partway into the second run, I had to stop and go to the toilet, came back, started running again, finished that run, finished the first round. It was 2 rounds of conditioning. By the time I got to the burpees, I was like, no, I don't feel right, so I really just pulled back the pace. It was all for time. It was like 4 minutes of run, 3 minutes of 2 minutes of ski, 4 minutes of run, 1 minute of walking lunges, 2 minute burpees, 3 minute row, 1 minute wall ball. So I just really pulled back the pace and the intensity, and in the second round I started trying to run again and my stomach was just cramping, so I jumped on the bike and then pretty much got it nearly all done. But as I got to the burpees, Kristian came in and I was like, I'm going to be sick, like this is just stupid now. So I just stopped. So here we are, not my best session, but it's a real day of training. Feeling a wee bit, not even disappointed, I'm just feeling frustrated with my body right now. Like literally since we've arrived in Bali, my stomach's not been right. I've had, a wee bit emotional talking about this, had belly twice now, like a lot of my runs. Don't know why I'm getting so upset by this.
Okay.
I feel like my body so against it. I feel like I'm trying so hard.
Yeah. You've been really out.
So against it. No, I just feel like it's been dry since we got here.
Yeah, shut up. Content. Eat your banana bread. Put your stuff away.
Oh no,
Just chill. Yeah.
I feel like I'm putting so much effort in and it's just against me.
It's the heat. It's this climate, man.
Oh, but it's a constant upset stomach.
I know.
Just doing nothing now.
Yeah.
I'm going to eat my banana bread right now. Finish my electrolyte. This actually looks pure good. Wait till you see this. It's the wee banana bread with a wee portion of peanut butter in there.
Is that nice and tasty?
Was it good? But yeah, I'm going to go and eat this. Get a shower, stop with a crybaby. I've got a call with our client Michael, which I'm actually really excited about. He's got, oh my god, I'm getting emotional even just thinking about Michael's bloody half marathon now. He's been working so hard towards it. He's going to smash a massive PB this weekend. I'm actually really excited for this call with him, so I'm going to go and sort my shit out. I'll speak to you in a bit. Where are we going?
What is it?
You look very startled. I said, where are we going?
Man.
Where are we going?
Hurry up.
He's hungry. When did you use your license? When did you use your license? When did you use your license? Yeah, I've been making you a
Again, so fast. Is that food?
That's me, thank you. Wow.
Okay.
What have you got, Mr. Hill?
Pasta.
Pasta. Eat pasta, mum, pasta. I've got a wee spaghetti and prawns. We decided to go out for a wee bit of a nicer meal. I'm feeling a whole lot better now. I'm going to go and eat my dinner, but I'll catch up with you later on. You might have noticed that my diet's been pretty beige today. If any of my clients are watching, they'll be like, Ailey, what the heck, you're always banging on about eating your 5 a day, but just with my stomach having been...
That's the first thing everyone would be thinking, wouldn't it?
First thing. It has, it's been so beige. Wait till you see what I've had to eat today. Even my oats that had apple in them just looked beige. Everything's been yellow. Even the fruit that I'm eating right now, I've got pineapple yellow as well. But yeah, just because my stomach's been a bit upset, I've been kind of trying to just avoid eating too much fibre today. But me and Kristian have just sat down to watch a wee bit of YouTube. We don't have a telly, so this is our current setup. We've got a wee creatine, a wee bowl of pineapple, and what are we watching, Kristian?
It's, I can't remember the guy's name. What is it again?
It's one of Kristian's favourite YouTubers.
I can't remember. It's Sunny. More best ever food review. Sunny, he's great.
Shout out to Sunny. But I actually can't believe that I cried making this vlog earlier. I suppose this is a real honest vlog, and it's exactly why I wanted to do these in the first place. Like, signing up to do a marathon, no matter what your goal is so bloody hard. And a lot of people would say that I shouldn't put so much pressure on myself. Like, does it really matter if I get the time? Like, why am I being so hard on myself? But when it comes to setting goals like this, like, you should care. Like, pressure is a privilege. You should care about seeing progress. Like, I really value progress. I know that I'm working really, really hard right now, and I'm not seeing the progress for the effort that I'm putting in. Like, it's frustrating. It's so frustrating. And yeah, it's almost like, what's the point in setting out to do something. What's the point in setting a goal to push yourself if you don't care about it in the first place? Your goals should be big enough that they scare you, and they should be they should be big enough that, like, from time to time you feel overwhelmed about them. That's the whole point. Like, they push you to be better, and as much as, like, this whole marathon block has been a struggle, I know if I didn't have the marathon hanging over me, that probably a long time ago, definitely, not even probably, definitely, I would have given up. So yeah, like, I suppose that was just a wee bit of reality of what actually goes on behind the scenes. It's not all sunshines, rainbows and butterflies. It's hard. Culinary genius, I'm telling you, absolute culinary genius. The ironic thing is, I do actually really like cooking, but it's so easy just to eat out and to eat cheap and to eat really, really well here. So me and Kristian are going to have a wee bowl of granola now for supper, and I'm going to end the vlog here. But if you've enjoyed watching me cry today, then please give the video a wee like. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll maybe make some more of these. Bye!